Hey guys, welcome to this little Facebook Live webisode we're putting on, coming to you live from the 27th annual Outlook for Texas Lands Conference in San Antonio, Texas. This is about 500 top land professionals, be it lenders, appraisers, brokers, agents, surveyors, get together here for the Land Outlook Conference and get an outlook, a snapshot of what happened last year in rural land in the state of Texas and what's happening in the coming, or what's projected to happen in the coming year. So appreciate you tuning in here. I'm going to just start on my right here with Tom Alexander. Let these guys introduce themselves, and we're going to go through about a 10-minute little brief interview of what these guys are seeing in the industry, from lending, from marketing, from brokerage, and give you a little snapshot of what we learned here at the Land Conference. Tom, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Tom Alexander with Land.com, Lands of America, and Land Magazine. And we're here, we're one of the sponsors of this event. Been coming here for a long time, and it's always great information.
Good.
David Harrison with Capital Farm Credit. I work in business development, marketing, and do a little lending every now and again whenever the need arises.
Yeah.
And Capital Farm Credit, we've been one of the underwriting sponsors of this event for I think 15 plus years, and it's one of the big highlight events for our company for the year, and we're just proud to be involved with it.
Joe?
I'm Joe Patterson with Crockett National Bank. I'm a ranch and country home lending specialist with the bank. The bank's been involved in the land conference, I would say, Casey, probably about 15 years, and that's about as long as I've been coming. I think I've been to half or more of these events. So since they've had them, I can remember when they had them back at College Station, even before they moved them to San Antonio. They were down on the Riverwalk for a while, and then they've been out here for a while. So it's a great event to be a part of. The networking that happens here is tremendous. To have lenders, appraisers, ranch brokers, surveyors, magazine and website people, you name it, if they're involved in rural land, they're here. So it's a great place to be.
Last year, 2016, was kind of funky in the land business. We had a lot of factors, a circus of an election year. No matter how you like the outcome of it, a circus of an election year. Well, we really started to feel the effects of a down oil and gas market. And then in the deer industry, if you're selling hunting ranches, CWD really affected us. It affected us from a marketing standpoint, from a broker standpoint, and I'm sure made lenders a little weary of lending on properties that had big deer operations on them. It certainly affected our hunting business. So last year was funky. We saw a big surge, I think. December, January, February of 17, we saw a surge. Whether that's people pushing their chips in and saying, okay, I'm ready to play, or if it is, in fact, an indication of a market surge. But I just wanted to take and see what you guys are seeing, what's performing, what's not, and we'll talk about that. Just spend a couple of minutes. Tom, you see about every major ranch that's listed in the state of Texas, you see from a marketing perspective. And so you're able to gauge how long they're staying on the market and see through some of the smoke and mirrors. What are you seeing as far as properties that are performing well regionally? What are you seeing?
Overall, really good performance, and I think in 2016, with the election year, there was a lot of discomfort of what we're going to be going into. And what I think is most important, what I found talking to the brokers, watching the market, was in December, we just saw a lot of deals. We had a lot of brokers that said, actually closed more deals in December than any other time of the year. But from what I see, I think we're headed in the right direction. I'm hearing really good reports. Great ranches are being sold. They're borrowing on them. They're paying cash for them. But I think if you have a quality property, you're in good shape.
Do you see regionally one region having more activity than the other or less than the others?
We're seeing West Texas that's doing pretty good right now.
Far West, Trans-Pecos.
Yeah, not a lot of transactions out there, but the price is going up pretty well. I still think all in all the most popular area forever, because of the climate and such, is going to be the Hill Country. Right. So, that's where people there, so many buyers out there are recreational now, and because these days ranches don't pencil out. So your hunting ranches, your recreational, your hill country places, those are great. But you can look into East Texas and talk to guys like Andy Flack, Homeland Properties, that are just doing phenomenal.
We've seen a bunch of business happening in East Texas. That market has surged. Timber markets are predicted to be strong. But more so, you're seeing more recreational buyers that are going east and buying some property that's got a bunch of timber on it. It feels very private. There's a ton of water. If a guy likes to bass fish, man, every one of those places has lakes. And so we've got a new listing coming in Hawkins up north of Tyler that's 600 acres, high fence with some mega lakes on it. And we're excited to bring that. It's a new property for us. We're excited to bring in. What are you seeing?
Most of your buyers coming from the greater Houston area for those types of properties because of the
No, they're not. We've looked at our buyers this year. We've got a ranch under contract now, a big one with a guy from Florida. We've got buyers from San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Houston, and then some local buyers. So we haven't seen much of a pattern of where they're coming from. It's more an indication of what trips your trigger. I think Tom mentioned if you've got good inventory, if you've got good listings, there's a lot of buyers interested in them. That's the limiting factor today is good listings. Joe, what do you guys see from a lending perspective on the industry?
Well, I think I would echo some of Tom's comments that there was a lot of trepidation in 2016. Ahead of the election, nobody really knew what was going to happen. Certainly for us, and I think for David as well, 2014 and 2015 were just wild and crazy years.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had all the business we wanted, and it was quality business. But 2016 seemed to slow a little bit, and Charlie Gilliland did a lot of his data at this conference last year, and in other opportunities I hear him speak. They were thinking of 2016 as maybe being a slowdown year, maybe being a leveling off year, because they've got a lot of data that has shown that where oil prices go 1 to 2 years after, typically land prices go.
That's right.
So there's been some fear, of course, that land prices are going to start trending down, and the data that he showed yesterday really doesn't prove that out. With commodity prices going down, you're seeing some drops in cropland in the panhandle that had been crazy for investors, but certainly in pockets of the area, and like Tom said, in the hill country in particular, you're still seeing some price appreciation. But our business so far this year, it started off slow at the beginning of the year, but the last month or two has just been wild, and we're seeing a lot of Houston professionals buying both hill country ranches and South Texas ranches for recreation and home. And that's a great market.
It's encouraging to see South Texas come back a little bit because it's slow. Prices increased pretty strong during the Eagle Ford boom, and then just turnover of property slowed. And it was, I think it was price fatigue. A lot of it's drive time fatigue. It takes an hour more to get out of Houston than it took 5 years ago. And so if you're going to Encinal or Cotulla or Freer, you're looking at a 5-hour drive instead of a 4-hour drive, and that stretches a lot of people.
And there was, just what happened after the oil market went down, and I think there were some security issues down here. We talked to a lot of people that just said, with what's going on the border in Mexico, I just don't want to deal with it. I can't, I don't trust the people that are coming to the properties. We're having problems, and
that's probably why you saw surge in the hill country demand.
Absolutely, yeah. And there were a lot of people that had leased their property down there, and they had gotten money, and they were going to the hill country and going somewhere where they can get benefits.
David, y'all see any trends in the market?
Well, I mean, same trends you guys are seeing. There was a lot of pinned up demand. I think a lot of it was on the sidelines until they saw a direction for the country, one way or the other, whether you agreed with it or not. And you can see a surge there in the fourth quarter, And then I think things have kind of tabled off a little bit. The 35 quarter continues to blow up. Small acreage places, 10 to 50 acre places, very, very large turnover, high demand. Those are moving. That was basically the business that was available to lend on for us last year. The larger deals, $1 million and above, very hard to come by. Hopefully that's going to start coming around a little bit. I know the Fed outlook is good this year. They're predicting slow, steady growth, kind of like what Charlie reflected in his presentation. That they think that this is going to be a slow, steady growth year for the state of Texas, for land values, and for the economy in general, the GDP. So hopefully we can all take advantage of that and
go get our unfair share of the market.
That's
What we want to do. We had a little disruption there when you're filming a video with your iPhone and the phone rings, it turns the video off.
I got one to close that deal.
He's a buyer calling about it.
He said, I heard everything you said, I'm ready to buy it.
That's right.
And you can't find a lender because they're doing a Facebook Live.
We can't find a lender, can't find anybody to market a property with. That's exactly right. It's always concerning when you're a flat market. What we were saying was Texas seems to be a little immune to that. Our market appears to be strong. I do think sellers are going to have to be, the next couple of years, still have to be realistic on price. We can't see the escalation of price that we saw over the last 10 years. I don't think it. there's areas like Hays County that can't keep going.
Right.
And so where we've seen, I've personally closed several deals in Hays County last year at a number close to $30,000 an acre. These are large acreage tracts.
Right.
Well, that doesn't mean 2 years from now it's going to be at 40 or 50.
No.
It can't keep going because there's a point at which there's no return for anybody. It's too risky. And in a bit of an unstable economy and an unstable market, buyers are going to say, let somebody else take that risk, or I'll come catch you in a couple years. And so I think sellers are going to have to be very realistic about pricing, but buyers need to be aggressive. I think buyers need to be aggressive on the good properties because there's not as many of them as available. And buyers need to be, I think, ready to pull the trigger. They need to get with these guys, get qualified for a loan, and when you come and start looking, be ready to go. And then sellers, by the same token, we're recommending our sellers all go open title, have good surveys, and be ready to go too. So when a serious buyer comes to you, they know we're ready to do business.
A lot of these landowners, Casey, I'm sure you're seeing it, some of them won't even accept a contract without some sort of pre-approval attached to it.
Well, we've gotten to where we won't show them. On our big places, we want to know before the buyer even steps foot on the property, to some degree, who they are they qualified, because our sellers don't want us to run a tour business on their place. You know?
Well, a qualified buyer is not going to have any problem giving you
That's
the
right.
information you're
That's
asking
exactly
for. When people
right.
start pushing back,
Right.
how
That's
dare you
right.
ask for that information?
That's right.
Yeah, that gives you pause to worry about what kind of person you're dealing with. And you know, David and I both work for very quality institutions, and so I would just encourage anyone.
Speak up as much as possible.
I would just encourage anyone that is looking to buy a ranch and knows that they're going to need some form of financing to do that homework in advance. You know, you may have an idea of what area you're looking at for the ranch to be in, but you need to get qualified beforehand if you know you're going to need financing. And I would just really stress, and David would feel the same, in that when you find a lender, find one that knows what the heck they're doing when it comes to ranches and real property. Don't go to your local mortgage broker buddy. Don't go to your local bank down the street,
I'll echo that.
because they're going to lead you down a primrose path and make the process more difficult for you than it should be. So find a professional that's going to take care of you, and that's the best advice I can give.
I'd say even if you're planning on paying cash, it's still, with the rates where they are, it's still worth talking to you guys and looking into the option of borrowing money.
Right.
Because the cost of money is cheap, and today what we can do with our cash is so strong.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up because you guys need to get back to your booth. Joe, how can somebody get in touch with you?
Well, you can reach me at my office in New Braunfels. My office number is 830-627-9335. You can find us on the web at CrockettNationalBank.com. My email address is joepatterson@CrockettNationalBank.com. And love to be able to talk to you. I've been doing this for a long time. Helping people is just a joy of mine. And so if we have an opportunity to help you buy your little piece of Texas, we'd love to do it.
David?
This is a great time of the year to actually look into a pre-qualification because tax day was this week, and so
Yeah.
most people, it's fresh in their mind. Their information's current. They've got it right in front of them. It's organized already. So, what better time? And you can reach us. We're at CapitalFarmCredit.com. We have 70 offices across the state of Texas. I work 35 corridor. I also live in New Braunfels with Joe, and I'm at 512-376-0933 is my mobile. Call me, text me anytime. My email is david.harrison, HARRISON, @CapitalFarmCredit.com. And appreciate you having us on,
Yeah,
man.
man. Tom, how should people take advantage of land.com?
You know, most people are looking for properties in Texas on landsoftexas.com. So we have Lands of Texas, Lands of America, and Land and Farm. All of that is now funneled underneath land.com. So I encourage you to go to land.com if you want to reach me individually. Or personally, it's talexander@land.com.
Okay. Y'all are all good partners of ours. Joe, thanks so much.
Thank you, Casey.
If
Appreciate
anybody
it.
needs to get in touch with these guys or help buying or selling ranches in Texas, you can contact us. My cell number is 512-787-1849. My email address is caseymock@kw.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to help you soon.